the Lucky Craft Pointer SP.
Oh, there we go. Giant. Absolute giant.
And is my all-time favorite shallow water jerkbait.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, he's running. He is running. He's big? Oh, he's a nice one though. He's a nice
Welcome back everyone to another video over here on Lucky Craft USA. My name is Tyler Post. I'm a small content creator down here in Central Florida. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about and fishing with the Lucky Craft Pointer SP. This thing is legit and is my all-time favorite shallow water jerkbait. This thing is insane, especially for this time of year. Their bass are moving up to spawn, and you want to be able to catch those fish that are pre-spawn, moving up into the canals, and spawning up shallow. And this bait is going to get it done for you. I actually have a video up on my YouTube channel winning a tournament with this bait. Super insane. My buddy was on the front deck of the boat. He was looking for the giant bass that were spawning. I was in the back of the boat, absolutely obliterating fish with this bait. He wasn't even fishing. He was looking for beds, looking for that giant fish on a bed, absolutely cruising. And meanwhile, I'm in the back of the boat. I pieced together our entire bag with this bait and won the tournament with this bait. We eventually stumbled across an 8-pounder. He caught that fish, and then boom. Easy win, baby, easy win. And it is all thanks to this bait and of course, you know, finding an 8-pounder on a bed, that definitely helps. So with that being said, we're gonna be jumping into all the talking points about this bait, what makes this bait unique, what makes it stand out, and then we're gonna be jumping into the fishing. And the fishing right now is insane. We are in Central Florida right now on this beautiful, beautiful Clearwater Lake. So stay tuned and let's jump into it. Boom, alrighty, so let's talk about the Lucky Craft Pointer SP. This bait is a super awesome, small profile, shallow water jerkbait that you can fish around 4 to 5 foot of water, and it'll stay suspended at about 4 to 5 foot of water. But what I love about this bait so much is it still has great action at whatever depth you want to fish it at. Of course, you can't fish it at those super deep depths, but what I like to do in marshes just like this, when the bass are pulling up to spawn or they're on their way to spawn, you can fish this bait in like a foot of water. And that is honestly how I won a tournament with this bait, is because we were fishing in a marsh. It is a foot of water everywhere. If you go watch the video, it is a foot of water everywhere, and that's why we're looking for beds, because it's a perfect place for bass to spawn. But there's all these bucks roaming around everywhere, and this bait has such great action, and you can fish it in that shallow water and it still gets super good action. Like, I was literally holding my rod tip up in the air, just going boom boom, like jerking it, and just like boom boom in the top of the water, and just absolutely got annihilated. I probably got like 20-30 fish that day. It is designed with a very low center of gravity because of the special brass weight system inside the bait, if you can hear it. You can fish it in canals, fish it in marshes, fish it up against docks. You can throw it anywhere in a shallow water situation and probably catch fish. This thing is super amazing. I freaking love it. I've been fishing with this bait for years. If you go back on the video and see when I won the tournament, that was probably like 2-3 years ago. I've been fishing with this thing forever. Always around this time of year too. The spawn, the fish are pulling up, they're coming up shallow. You don't want to be fishing a jerkbait that's going 8 foot deep. You want to be pulling these things out to get in those shallow water situations to catch those fish. And this is honestly, in my opinion, way better than some sort of soft plastic, because in a soft plastic, if a fish eats it, you have to set the hook. This has 2 treble hooks on it, so you're getting hooked up even if they just swipe at it. That's what I loved about this bait in the marsh when we did win that tournament, because they would just swipe at this thing and get hooked. I'm gonna check a little bit today to see if they're spawning up in the canals. I don't think so, unless we can get up in some warmer canals. It has been pretty warm recently. We had a major cold front come through Florida. It really froze the water. It was insane. And then it warmed up drastically right after that, and we did see kind of a small wave of fish pull up and spawn. I'm gonna have to check to see if they're spawning today. We had a cold front come through about 3-4 days ago, maybe. A little bit chilly out. So we're gonna see if we can catch some fish in these canals, on these beds. I just saw the wind picked up. When I first came out here, y'all, it was glass calm and I was terrified. So, you know, let me film this part first and then we're gonna get out in the water, but the wind's picking up. The conditions are setting up a little bit better for jerkbait fishing, and just need a little bit more cloud cover, and that is what I would recommend for you guys. If it is super cloudy, super windy, I would definitely recommend throwing jerkbaits in those situations. I was kind of stupid, I didn't check the weather, and I came out here and it was glass calm and 0 clouds in the sky, so that's not ideal for jerkbait fishing. Now, for the gear I am using to throw this bait, I am using a 610 rod. You can probably get away with 611, maybe a little bit longer. If you're a taller person, 7 foot. If you're super tall, 7 foot, easy, you can get it done. But for me, I'm a little bit shorter. 610 is the way to go. You want to be able to jerk the bait, you wanna be able to work it like this without the rod tip hitting the water or anything like that. I do recommend light line with this setup. As you can see, a bait caster, which is definitely interesting. I don't think I would recommend a bait caster unless you're super, super comfortable with a bait caster. In my opinion, I think a spinning reel, you'll be able to bomb this bait way further than what you can with a bait caster. This bait is just, it's a smaller bait. So a spinning reel is probably the way to go if you wanna get that maximum casting distance. I love a bait caster. I don't currently have a spinning reel set up for this situation that we're in right now. So I'm gonna be using a bait caster today, 12-pound line, 12-pound fluorocarbon, and a fast gear ratio reel. I have an 8:0:1 gear ratio reel. That's what I'm gonna be using today because you really wanna keep up with that. You really wanna keep up with that bait because when you jerk it, you wanna be able to reel up that slack real quick if you wanna be able to pop it again. My favorite way to work a jerk bait, which you don't see a whole lot of people doing, and a lot of people think I'm kind of weird for doing this, literally I'll just go boom, 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 like super quick. Like I'll do that 4 or 5 times and I'll stop and I'll do it 4 or 5 times super, super quick. Like it's very drastic. And when those fish are feeding, they absolutely slam into it. It is so insane to see. You'll just be boom, 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 boom. Like it's insane. Buddy of mine was like, what the heck are you doing? And then I was catching fish and he was like, oh, you know, okay, I mean, I'm just, you know, just like working the same way you are. So this is the setup I'd recommend. Shorter rod, lighter line, fast gear ratio reel. That is gonna get it done for you. And on a spinning reel setup, I recommend kind of the same situation. You probably want a little bit longer rod and you'll be able to bomb that thing super far. I can cast this thing super far in this setup, so that's why I'm using this today. I probably would throw a spinning reel if I had it rigged up for this situation, but we're gonna be throwing a bait caster today and we're gonna get it done. Colors, we have some really awesome colors. We have a bluegill color, we have, I think, citrus shad, and then we also have Aurora Black, which as you've seen in the B-roll, I freaking love that color. I haven't caught him on it yet, yo. I haven't caught him. If you've seen the past couple videos, the LV Max video, the LV 150 and the LV Max 500 video I did not too long ago, I had Aurora Black and I was like, dang it, like I want to catch one that color so bad, but you know, it's just not in that situation to be throwing that color. I'm going to be throwing it today. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see if we can catch one today. I think the bluegill color and the citrus shad is going to be the way to go though. So we'll have to see. I'm going to start out with Aurora Black. I'm giving it a chance just because I've never seen a bait that has a pattern on it that is reflective. So normally you see like one side of a bait, just that whole side just reflective. This bait has like some sort of pattern on it, and you know, there's certain areas that are reflective. I mean, the whole bait's reflective, but it's really weird. I'm gonna show y'all some B-roll shots. It's like the coolest looking thing ever, and in the water it looks insane. I'm gonna show you some clips of it in the water as well. It is so insane. Like you pop it once, and then today there's like no clouds today, so it's perfect for today. Aurora Black is definitely the way to go. If you have 0 clouds in the sky, you still want to catch one on a jerkbait, because as soon as you pop this thing, it just, you just see that light reflect back. It is super, super cool. So with that being said, I think I've gone over everything. Thank you so much for watching. Let's get going. Oh, there we go. There we go. First fish. First fish. Oh, we got to back up. There's probably a school of them right here. First fish. Let's freaking go. Pointer SP. Oh my gosh, he's so small, but he is a fish. I've not been out here, y'all, in like 2 weeks, so I'm kind of coming out here blind, kind of, because the weather has changed so drastically since the last couple times I've been out here. First fish. I think this is like my first ever fish in the Aurora Black color. Let's go. I'm so happy. I haven't caught a fish on this color yet. I've wanted to catch one on this color so bad. Let's go. Right in this little point here. I'm trying to figure out where these fish are at. Like, I think they did spawn, I think like a week ago. I think they were spawning, but I think they might have moved back out with this cold front. So I'm trying to like pinpoint these fish, and it's kind of difficult when I only have a shallow diving jerkbait. Oh my gosh, right? Never mind, it's not difficult at all. It's not difficult. Is this a big fish? No, he's not that big. Oh my gosh. Never mind. Difficulty? None. 0 difficulty. He's so tiny. This is definitely a smaller fish bait. You can catch big fish on this bait, but you're going to catch a lot of smaller fish on this bait. At least that I find. I find that I catch a lot of small fish on this bait. But like in that tournament, you know, we need a limit. We needed a limit, and we were trolling around the entire marsh the whole day. So like we weren't really fishing to like catch fish. So I was in the back and I was able to like put together a whole bag just with this bait. You will catch the number. This is like a really, really awesome numbers bait. If you're in a tournament and you need to catch your limit quick, and then you can go work on a big fish bag, you know, I would definitely recommend this bait. But I think there's this little piece of grass here they're in. I'm so close and I just threw the trolling motor reverse, so I probably just blew it out. Yo, that was so insane. The fish came from out under the pad and blew up on the jerkbait like it was a topwater. That is just giving me so much confidence in that we were throwing the correct color, because that fish literally came from out of the pad on top water. I literally threw the bait on top of the pad and I popped it once in the water and it was just done. I popped it again, it's just like he didn't commit to it. Like as soon as he saw it in the water, he was like, I don't know. It's like, oh frick, that's why we need that cloud cover, y'all. If there was clouds right there, he probably would have just committed and ate that thing. Oh gosh, that sucks. That sucks. I'm hearing all the bluegill popping in the pads. This bait landed on the side of the pad. It looked just like a bluegill. That bass was like, crushed it. I don't know if they're gonna be super stacked up in these marshes, but I think this is a really great area if we wanna catch a big fish. If we wanna catch a big fish, we are gonna have the opportunity back in here on this bait. There's some wind kind of over this way and on our right side. Oh my gosh, yo, that's probably big. Oh, he's not. That was, yo, I picked it up and it was going right towards the mud mat. I was like, oh my gosh, freaking giant, just smoked it and started running off with it. Because I saw that fish that blew up in the pads, 2-3 pounder. The first fish we saw, probably 4 or 5 pounder. So like, I'm thinking like if we're gonna get a fish back in here, it's gonna be a giant. I didn't think we were gonna catch any fish the size of that. Like at least not many of those guys back in here. That's the thing, these fish are super finicky right now. Super finicky, they're not feeding right now. Like that bass literally just came up and was like, boom. You need these fish to like violently grab this thing and they get like hooked so good because of that. Whereas like if they're just kind of like slow, lethargic, they kind of eat this bait from the side and they don't really get hooked. Oh, get it, please eat it. Oh my gosh. Yo, again, I know you can't see this. It sucks, I can't believe you can't see this. Maybe from this angle you can. 3 pounder, not even lying, 3 pounder. But he hit it the same way all these fish are hitting and just boom. Like they're not super violent with it. They're not getting that hook. That's crazy. I stopped it for a split second and just went boom. Oh, there we go. Got him. I saw that fish too. Look at this thing. What the heck? Yo, look at this thing. Look how small this fish is and he literally attacked it from the head. That is crazy. And this little bass was fully convinced that this bait fish was real, which is super awesome. And it's cool that we've seen bigger fish that are also, you know, showing interest as well. So that is really good. We're throwing the right color. I think we just gotta, I really want to fish this pocket in front of me, but I don't really feel like trolling through it. Ah, screw it. Maybe there's a fish in it. Oh, there we go, yo. Giant. Absolute giant, y'all. I'm not even kidding. This is such a big fish. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh, please stay on. This is a giant, y'all. This is a big fish. This is a really big fish, and it is on a jerkbait. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm not even kidding. Is he off? No. 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 You've got to be kidding me. You got to be. No, he's still on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's not a big fish. Oh, and he popped off right there. Oh, why? I thought this was like a giant. Y'all saw how he ran. I like popped it in there and it was just, whoop, I was like, oh. I'm sorry, y'all. I know you don't like it when I overreact to like smaller fish, but that was, I genuinely, after seeing so many big fish in here, like try to attempt to eat this bait and having that fish run the way he did, and I've never had that happen, like, you know, today, I was fully convinced that was a giant fish. And y'all saw how he fought. I like pulled it up, it was like, whoop, I was like, like 8 pounder. It's like 2.5. Not a bad fish. getting in areas where people probably haven't thrown those specific baits, like, is a huge factor. That'll help out a ton. Because I know there's a bunch of people probably coming back in here and fish. I mean, it's a major marsh on this lake. And it's like looking, I was like, I guarantee you no one's thrown a jerkbait in there. It's not ideal. But with this little pointer SP, you can absolutely get it done. Oh, got him, yo, I saw him eat it. That was insane. Oh my gosh. Holy cow, I was working this bait so fast through there. I was like, boom, 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 boom. It was going in it and like it hit a piece of the grass. It popped out of the grass and this fish was like sitting in that same piece of grass. And as soon as it popped out, that bass just, he's not big, but that was so cool. I literally saw him eat that thing. Oh no, dang it. Oh no, he wasn't that big, y'all. I literally pulled the hooks right out of his face. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Oh, he's not super big, y'all, but this is like a nice one. Oh, he's barely hooked. Oh, he's got the front hook though. Oh my gosh, these fish fight so freaking hard. Oh, what the heck? That was the same fish I lost. Too, getting violent. Look at that, y'all. Front hook, front side of the bait. That's what you want. Look at that one hook though. One hook. Look how fat this fish is. Not big, but it's good these fish like went from being this tiny, being super, super aggressive. Couldn't catch anything else. Later we go in the day, these, you know, about pound fish are getting more aggressive. So it's kind of like warming up in the day. Hopefully gets these bigger fish fired up. But so far, you know, I'm not complaining. We're catching fish. Water just went in my mouth. Yeah, I didn't like that. There we go, y'all. There we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He's not that big. He was looking like a big fish at the beginning. Oh, he's decent though. Let's go. Look how dark this fish is. This is like a marsh fish right here. This fish is like lived back here his entire life. That's cool. Yeah, we're kind of set up in a really cool spot. I've caught fish like in this little area before. There was like an island here. There was like an island here. And like in the middle of it, the fish just like love to hang out here. There was wind just cranking through here like a second ago, so that would make sense. A lot of bait, but look at that dark fish. There we go. There we go. Oh, he's running. He is running. Is he big? Oh, he's a nice one though. He's a nice one. He's not big. He's a good one though. Dang. Maybe biggest fish of the day. Oh no, he got way smaller when he got in the boat. Dang. Another decent fish though. This might have been the one I initially lost. Oh, come on, stop it. Oh, sketchy. Another nice, decent fish. Like, if you had 5 of these in your bag that you were able to catch with this bait, and then you just had to go catch a big fish, I mean, you're set. Look at these little chunks. 2-pounders. Well, y'all, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. As you can see, the sun is going down. We never got any clouds to roll in. Stayed glass calm most of the day. Picked up a little bit, like about an hour into the day, the wind picked up a little bit, but then right before the sun went down, it just straight died. I went into one of the other marshes, and it was so dead in there, y'all. It was so dead. I fished it for like 10 minutes. I'm like, no, it is not going down in here. Came out to the main lake. Main lake, super dead. Like, it is so tough today. This is probably the worst day ever. I cannot believe that I actually caught fish today. It was like probably the worst day ever to go out and fish with a jerkbait, but we still did catch some fish. We still got it done. We had a few close calls with some big fish. I was really hoping we catch a big one today, but unfortunately, you know, it doesn't always happen like that. So make sure you go pick up some of these baits, y'all, because it is that time of year. You want to have these in your boat if you're fishing shallow water situations, if you're fishing the spawn. I mean, it is the best bait to kind of work up to those beds. If you are sight fishing, you're looking for beds, and you're just throwing, you can like literally fish that bait as you're trolling the canals looking for beds and catch so many bucks, maybe get lucky, catch a female, maybe catch a giant, but that is what I do. Freaking awesome bait, y'all. Definitely go check them out. And that is going to do it for the video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all on another one.